And I am Valerie Shepherd, and I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to be me. Very happy to be sharing this time with you in another Hump Day Happy Chat. Happy Wednesday. It's really fun to be here. I'm grateful to be here. And I've got something to share with you today that has been a real, how would I say it? It's been a part of the journey. The journey. I talk about the journey higher into your consciousness by going deeper into yourself. So I do go deep, y'all. So, as they say, still waters run deep. So, good morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm Valerie Shepherd, coming to you from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery on the road. We're on the road. You can see this is not my typical backdrop. I'm having a great time with the birthday shenanigans that continue for the entire month. And so I'm with some friends. So the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery, good morning. Thank you for joining. I see you there. We teach self-mastery, believing, and I write this in my book, Living Happy to Be Me, Dancing Your Soul Light Style, that your greatest chance for happiness, your true chance for lasting happiness. That means, and by lasting, I mean, it doesn't shift when all of that shifts, right? We know that's going to shift. Sometimes the shift is a void. It's not doing anything. And we're wondering what's going on. What's next? What am I here for? Believe it or not, I'm talking about me. So that's the experience. And the whole idea is, can I still be that joyful countenance, that person that is in love with her life? And I'm here to tell you that you can. And so that's what this whole idea is. Now, my belief and what I teach, the training that I have, is that self-mastery is what gives you access to that aspect of you, the part of you that is the infinite self. Self-mastery, mastering you in your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way, whatever your life brings your way. The infinite self. So in this evolution, my soul's journey, my soul's evolution, what we're all here doing, oops, it's not about success. It's not about who he or she who has the most toys wins. That's not really what you're here for. It's really about the evolution of your consciousness, the decisions that you make moment by moment, day by day, to express something. And so I've been looking at the expression that I am. What am I expressing? Where does that come from? And I've really noticed, I've really gotten clear. She's been there all along, but I'm not sure that I've really connected to her. Good morning. Thanks for joining. This warring versus the infinite self. I used to call her the annihilator. Here it is, the continuing evolution of the self, what I call self-mastery in action. Noticing what's going on inside me. Until I do that, I cannot create that which is for me to create, the relationships, the dharma, the purpose, the contribution to the world. Noticing what's going on inside me, being curious about from whence that has come, and choosing whether that's the self I want to express in the here and now. Those here and now present moments of my unfolding life. So I've noticed this presence. She has a posture, she has a voice, she has a countenance. She feels and she reacts. She is incredibly powerful and strong. She will take you out with a word, a carefully crafted sentence, a particular look. She's poised to protect, and so she conjures the fight. She's the warrior within. She's the annihilator. And she's there and ready for me to call on her. Do you know her within you? And then there's this other. There's some other in here. And she's soft and tender and sweet. She loves to smile and laugh and dance. She is my warm, long embrace. She's a caring caress. She's a word of encouragement, a shoulder in the storm. She's gentle, quiet, soothing. She's poised to surrender, and so she conjures love. She is my creator, the creator within me that helps me create that which I'm here for. You've probably heard this parable. It's beautiful. A Native American parable about a Cherokee grandfather talking to his grandson. And it is about this question, this self-awareness that lets me see the warring self versus the infinite self. So the grandfather tells his grandson, there's this fight going on within me. And it's a terrible fight between two wolves. One is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, self-pity, inferiority, lies, superiority. Notice inferiority and superiority. These two things are all a part of the wolf that is the not self. And then the grandfather continues about the good self, this infinite self. This wolf is the joy and peace, hope, serenity, humility, benevolence, generosity, compassion, faith, empathy. These higher values, the two wolves inside all of us. And the grandson asks, well, which wolf will win? And the old Cherokee grandfather replies, the one you feed. The one you feed. So beyond this question of, am I even aware of the warring self within? There's this question of, what do I do about it? What am I doing about her? How am I living as a living example of having asked this question of the self and having spent some time delving into it? So the first step in my 4-step process of living happy to be me is this wake up. It's for a reason. The wake up is my ability to acknowledge and embrace all aspects of me. What's in there? What's in there? All of these aspects are worthy of my love. And I must start there, loving the self, loving all these fragments, back into wholeness. The course I taught at UCI that I created, University of California, Irvine, I'm sporting my UCI clothes, was called Living 101, Being Happy and Whole. And the wholeness is about embracing all these aspects. So there has been a time when I would be aware of this warring aspect, and I would tell her to sit down and shut up. Like, I don't want you here. Uh, you are not allowed. You are not even me. That's part of what I would tell her. And that's not even true. She's an aspect of me, and she's worthy of my love. So this next question is, so where did she come from? From whence did she come? This warring aspect of me. So noticing she's there and she's trying to be heard, and then making a choice. Which self am I going to express in the here and now? I will tell you, I found this beautiful tool that has been helping me get into another level. One of the things that I did, shouting out to Gary Stewart, who is an amazing family constellation master. We did some constellation work on this to understand the inner, deeper truth that was wanting to be expressed as this warring Valerie. And it's been a beautiful unfoldment of my soul's evolution. But the next thing I've done, the next thing I've done, I've got this beautiful meditation that's led by Sarah Blondin, who does a podcast called Live Awake. And this meditation that I found is on Insight Timer. It's an app for your phone. And I'm so behind on apps for my phone. But a friend of mine, shouting out to my mastermind group, Sherry Richards, shared Insight Timer with me. And as I was popping through there, looking at, what kinds of help, support to my meditation practice can I find here? And I can tell you there's so much there, whether you're a beginner at meditation or you're practiced at it. That's a really cool app. But Sarah Blondin does one on the warring versus the infinite self. And one of the things she says that really resonates with me, that I've found true with my warring self, and I hypothesize you'll find it true of yours as well. She says anger and warring shows we are afraid and trying to protect our vulnerability and softness. When I even hear those words, let alone say them, I can feel that softness in me wanting to express even more. She goes on to say, all war, large or small, whether it's fought in the quiet of your mind, whether it's in the way that you react to a discomfort in your own body, the tiniest of reaction is bringing more into the world. I've always said that I dream of a world where peace is not a geopolitical concept, theory, practice, that it is a deeply spiritual, inner practice of releasing the war inside the inhabitants of the planet. And when we do that, a new peace takes over in this beautiful instrument of love, and a new ability to express that unconditionally comes forth. So our warring self is always a cover for what we think won't be accepted or safe about us from our softer side. The essential nature of you. How often can you express it? And as you learn to quiet this warring self, so what do? Number one, Sarah Blondin teaches this, I teach this, you probably have heard this in a number of practices, and the breath. Ground back to the breath. When I notice my warring self, I'm usually holding my breath as a part of preparing for fight. So when I can come back to just take a deep breath, even one, if I can take 10, hallelujah, but just one deep breath. Slow your roll. That's another video in the Hump Day Happy Chat series I invite you to watch. Slow your roll. Take a deep breath. Every deep inhale can give you an opportunity to reconnect to the essential nature of you that's always there. It's always there, that seeming infinitesimal act of just do it with me. I really find it difficult to get ready for a fight when I'm in a deep inhale and exhale. The exhale lets the warring self release and the heart and divine self take over. The divine nature of you is always there, wanting to be expressed. And the warring self comes up to give you an opportunity to consciously choose love. It doesn't mean you don't stand up for what you believe in. It doesn't mean that you don't protect those that can't protect themselves or even yourself. It doesn't mean that. It just means there are times when that self is actually holding you back, actually getting in the way of you getting to what you want, actually keeping you in a vibration that's not serving you. It's not good or bad, right or wrong. The question is it serving me right now? Can you breathe the infinite softness of you into expression? That's not weakness. That's strength. Can you drive with curiosity? Can you go deeper into the warring aspects of yourself to understand where they came from? What is it that wants me to protect myself when I hear certain things or see certain actions? That's self-awareness. That turns into self-mastery. Because if that stuff shows up in the current moment and it's only coming from my mind, from the past, it's poisoning what I'm trying to create in this moment. It has to go. Not beating it up, not shoving it down, but calling it into a surrender to your higher, more powerful, divine nature, to write a new truth about who you want to be in this moment, and then be that. Be that. Your happiness, your love, your experience of the world depend on it. Depend on it. We're counting on each other. The truth of the matter is, we're counting on each other. We're counting on each other to find the peace within in order to breathe it, express it, give it to the world so that we can all roll around in happiness and peace. And just for you, the gift you give to yourself is to release the warring one and step into your softness, your infinite, the wolf that is your divine nature. Thank you so much for joining. I love having you here with me and I appreciate it. You know what would be really good too? Would be to share this little video with your tribe. Help other people to dance in this happiness that really only comes from inside you. It's there all the time. You just have to go get it. Go get you some. Many blessings. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. And may all beings be free. All beings, that includes me, that includes you. Stay well and be happy out there, people. Many blessings. Bye now. Hump Day Happy Chat, signing off. Hi, Mike McDade. Hi, Andy. Thanks for being here. Yay.